Hey, what's good, y'all? Top of the morning, man. So let's touch on this real quick. Um, a lot has been coming out lately in regards to P. Diddy and certain allegations of him being involved with sex trafficking and various other heinous acts. And in regards to that, I just want to know. I mean, people like me been talking about this for years. About these rappers and entertainers not being who they are, and you know, having to do certain things to keep their popularity and to stay um, relevant in the entertainment industry. A lot of people just, you know, I don't know if they just let that shit go over their head. You know what I mean? They act like it ain't nothing, like it don't exist, or like people who are not entertainers are just hating on entertainers because they feel, because they want to be in the public eye, that everybody else that tells the truth about these entertainers are just jealous because they want to be in the public eye too. Well, see, intelligent people such as myself that understand about the music industry and understand what goes on, things that you have to do, and things that you have to do up until the day that you die. The fact that you are basically selling all of you. Not, you don't just sell your soul, you selling your physical too. You know what I mean? They control you until you are no longer walking this earth, okay? Up until the day you no longer walk this earth, and then the moment that you don't want to contour to their wishes and demands, they spank you, okay? Either they humiliate you and make you look sick to the world, sick and crazy, or like a drug addict or something like that. And when all else fails, and they've done it to everyone, every single entertainer, if you think about it, that's booked up against them. Just think about it. Every single entertainer that's booked up against them, they've done that to. Okay? Pop, I'm saying? They killed him though. They done it to Monique. They did it to Cat Williams. They did it to Dave Chappelle. Remember Dave Chappelle going crazy? He's on drugs, all that shit. I can keep going. Okay, if you're lucky, they won't kill you. If you're worth that much, they might clone your ass. You know what I'm saying? And put you in some MK Ultra. I find it quite odd how all of these real guys that used to be real skinny just pop out after some years of not seeing them no more, and they look like they can lift every weight in the fucking gym. Yet we don't see hardly none of these guys working out except for I think I saw Method Man, Jim Jones working out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All these other guys, I ain't seen them lift a single weight. You know what I mean? Guys are stick figures. But I mean, like I say, it is what it is, man. I I just want to know people who claim to be fans of hip hop and love the culture of it so much. How how does that sit with you, man? Knowing that most of these entertainers um, aren't who they portray themselves to be on them records. Like the majority. And listen, don't get it twisted, man. Just because someone's a homosexual don't mean that they won't knock your head off. Okay? I'm talking about the males. They're still men. And son, a lot of them are in the closet, so they're not gonna come off like, you know what I mean, like feminine, like the feminine ones. You know, just because a man is, don't think that just because that's like an easy win for you, or you just got one up on this guy because he's a homosexual. No, that doesn't mean anything. And to be honest with you, a lot of most of them homosexuals are strong. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't goddamn know, but I was in prison with a few of them. Okay, I seen them get into it, and they not pushovers. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what people be thinking in that aspect, don't get it misconstrued. They just as dangerous as any other man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's in the closet. With that being said, so when you see these entertainers, man, that's been in this shit, and for the longevity, and you see them still shining, still in the public eye. You know what I mean? I'm talking about still being labeled as like one of the top earners in the music and entertainment industry. Excuse me, entertainment industry. All of those people are doing something behind the scenes that is that we probably couldn't even fathom. These are some things that they have to do in order to keep those positions of power. Okay? I can just go down the line. If you see them shining, listen to me, man. Listen to me. If you see them shining, and they've been doing shining for 10, 20 years, they've been doing sick, twisted shit for 10, 20 years. If you see somebody shining for a little bit, about a year or two, then the third year, they just you don't see them no more. They wasn't willing to get down with certain shit. It doesn't mean they didn't do something at first, but their conscience started getting to them. You feel me? Shit wasn't sitting well with their spirit. They start asking questions. They start, man, why I got it? Why? They don't want to hear why. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear, okay, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. All right, let's do it. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to ask all these questions and shit like that. That's why they be blackmailing people that they really want in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be doping and drugging people, you know what I'm saying, and recording them doing these heinous acts or recording them where they're out of their mind and don't know what's going on, and have people do heinous acts to them, record it and make it seem like they was willing participants, you know, and then they hold that, you know what I'm saying, that tape, that video over this individual's head, you know, as how can I say it, like as a, like a threat or whatever, as if you don't do what we say, hey man, look, you don't want them dudes from the hood. You don't want these dudes saying, the dudes the dudes you came up with saying this tape, you know, you that go hard dude, you that shoot them up, bang bang, spin the block type nigga, right? And this is what's crazy. Some of them guys, it's a few guys that really do got bodies. It's some of them guys that really have put in work. And guess what? When it comes to money, they just, they like, I don't know what to say, man. Like putty in these big wigs' hands, man. It's like they see that money and they just can't turn it down. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they allow themselves to be controlled by this money. And if you portray to be a gangster and this tough individual and all of that, man, and you always talking about like you anti or you speak as if you're homophobic, you know what I mean, and you're against that type of shit. You speak that type of shit in your raps. You speak against snitches and all of that, what you feel is soft and all of that type of stuff. And all the dudes that you came up with and all the followers you may have who think you a thorough person, thorough dude, they come to find out that you on a videotape and it ain't just talk. Now they got the leaked tape going around viral of you doing some funny style shit on camera. How do you combat that? How do you live that down? How? Once something like that is done. So in order for that not to get put out there, hey, they're gonna do what they told. They're gonna do what they told. It's another thing. If you a regular person and you around one of these entertainment people, um, if you're around one of these entertainment people, man, and you don't really know them like that, know them like that, and I'm gonna tell you, you might still not know them like you think you know them. It would be wise not to be around them people all the time, man. Going on trips and that type of shit, because man, you don't want to end up being a casualty of war. You know, messing with these people, man. Being a sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying? And they making your shit look like an accident. You know what I'm saying? And they real good at doing that. They real good at making shit look like an accident. They're real good at making people look like drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? And staging stuff to where you look like you were shooting up drugs, you know what I'm saying, and died from an overdose, man. They real good at that. They're real good at and they're real good at convincing the masses of people. You see what I'm saying? They're real good at getting the people to believe whatever narrative they putting out there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, once again, regardless whether you want to believe it or not, the baby, he done killed somebody. And he shot somebody too. I mean, he probably done did more than that before, but I'm just saying what he's done since he's been an entertainer. And I'm telling you, the baby has to do certain things. He's doing certain shit behind the scenes. Got to do is look at the way he do some of his videos and some of the antics that he be doing in his videos, man. Some of his earlier videos too. You know what I mean? Um, I'm as far as I'm gonna go back to Tupac because Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. It used to be LL Cool J till Tupac came out, and I remember seeing a picture of Tupac in a tub, uh, almost naked. You know what I'm saying? He might have had some drawers on. You couldn't see that because he had gold adorning his private area. A lot of gold. You know what I'm saying? They say the meaning of that is like a form of submission. It's saying that you're willing to do what they ask you to do. That's one of the ways that they do that. Another way, another example is DMX. DMX came up with flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. Hell, man, I ain't know then, but I read years later that was actual goat's blood, and you can Google that. It was actual goat's blood poured on DMX. DMX knew it. DMX has said in his songs, in is what he said is dark and hell is hot. I sold my soul to the devil, and the price was cheap. Something, 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 because it's just as deep. I'm sorry, I can't think of the rest of the words now. But I'm just saying, these dudes be telling you they selling they soul. But certain of them, listen to what I'm saying. They see this, okay, I can do this. Like maybe I'll just do this for a little bit and then that'll be it, and nah. See, they don't understand they gotta do this shit. Once you sign that contract, you gotta do this shit for life. You indebted to these motherfuckers for life. They own you. Okay? Not just your soul. They own your ass. You see what I'm saying? And the realer you are, you know what I'm saying? The more of a conscience that you have, integrity and shit like that, you're not going to be able to continue doing that without it having a serious uh, effect on your mental, man. You know what I'm saying? A serious effect. And that's what happens, man, to the real ones. They do a couple of things and then, man, I can't do this shit, man. People like Pac done stopped certain females from getting sacrificed. That shit is on record. You know what I'm saying? So, the guys that you see not in the public eye no more or dead, they got murdered, they say got murdered, or like they tried to say DMX is, it's possible, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Um, those are the real ones in the industry. All right? The ones that's not in the public eye. You might have seen them there, but you see, like, damn, what happened to such and such? They wasn't willing to get down with something. They was asking too many questions, or you know what I mean? They refused to do whatever. And like I said, uh, as long as you haven't gotten to that certain level, or you haven't placed yourself in a position to be blackmailed, all they'll do is just cut off your money. They'll cut off your earnings, and um, they'll blackball you in the industry to where nobody wants to work with you. I know people, it's some people, man, that is in the industry that'll listen to this video and be like, how the fuck that dude know all that shit? He ain't no entertainer. How the hell he know that shit? Yeah, that's for me to know. You know what I mean? That's for me to know. It is what it is. I don't know how I know it. Just know that I know it. So don't be deceived, man. Uh, this is how I feel. This is what I see. If these young boys and these young women are emulating what they see on TV, the women emulate the whorish, uh, thotty potty female rappers, such as Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, blah blah blah, Glow Rilla, Whole Rilla, whatever that thing is. I think that it's a female. I'm still I don't know. I'm I'm a little perplexed still with that one. Um, you know, they try to say music don't have nothing to do with nothing, but it clearly does, because everybody that listens to it and watches the video, especially if they're younger, tend to want to emulate what the fuck they see. All these chicks around here looking like these yamp ass entertainers, man. These rappers, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes do the same thing. They do the same shit. What do? They try to rap and put Glocks in their videos, and they show, you know what I mean? They smoking weed in the video. They, you know what I mean? They on the block. They doing the same thing these dudes is doing in the video. They wearing their clothes the same way these rappers wear their clothes. Huh? They talking the same way these rappers talk. I'm lying. I'm lying. See, that's how much of an influence the entertainment and music industry has on us. And that's how strong, man, look, the music industry, the rap, especially the rap and R&B music industry, has a hellified effect on the black community, man. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to any other race of people. It seems to affect us the most. And it has something to do with the frequencies. Those frequencies that those songs are putting off, they kind of align somewhat with our receptiveness. Okay? All right? These people understand our anatomy. All right? They understand what attracts certain races of people. They understand what certain races of people are more prone to. All right? I ain't trying to get too deep, man. I'm just telling you what it is. Anything that I say, I can prove, or either I can tell you, you go ahead and you Google it yourself and it'll pop up for you if you really want to know. Okay? I don't add nothing to or take nothing from. I'm not speaking from what I think or what I feel. All right? I'm telling you what I know. All right? So if you see any of these entertainers, I don't care who they are. I don't care how much you like them. I don't care how much you like them. That's just something, hey man, that's a personal issue you got to deal with. You got to get over that. You know what I mean? If they ain't stood up for nothing, like you, and another one, Monique. Remember Monique? She stood up, the comedian from Baltimore. You see how they did her, right? I can do this forever. I can do this forever. I can give examples of this forever. And you can't say every fucking example is a coincidence. Ain't no way in hell. Is that many motherfucking coincidences? All right, well, what's the coincidence that Mike Epps on his last show said he gonna sell out because it ain't no money in keeping it real, and he did it while he was on it, while he was performing. And what did people do? Laugh. Thought it was funny. That man dead ass serious. He got a Netflix special. He got a Netflix special. Remember Dave Chappelle left because he didn't want to contour to certain things? He got down. He now. You see all them Netflix specials he had over the past 3 years? 4 years? Came back all swole and shit. If that's even fucking him, I don't know. Wearing one pant leg up, putting his pant leg up on the speaker when he talking. Shit like that. Y'all gotta look that stuff up, man. That one pant leg up, that shit means something. And it ain't no East Coast shit. People don't do that shit no more, man. That's back in the day shit. That's a symbol. You know, symbolism. I'm going to tell you the colors to look for. Look at the red in the background. Look at fire in the background. Look at them wearing combination colors of red and black. Huh? Look at when you see these new artists with a red background. Look for the checkerboard in these videos. Look for the checkerboard on their clothes. Black and white, checkerboard sequence. Look for that shit. You know what I mean? Look for the symbolisms, the demonic hand gestures that they be holding up in these videos. And it ain't just the videos, the entertain, the movie stars do it too. It's subtle. They'll take a picture and hold it up. The two devil horns, you know what I'm saying? You know, the rock stars back in the day when I was a kid, they used to hold it up at the rock concerts. They said it used to mean I love it. They used to tell us that meant I love you. Well, it might do to a deaf person in sign language, but you know that's some gothic shit anyway, kind of like that heavy metal shit. And I didn't know back in the day when they was doing that shit, that was some demonic shit going on. Remember they used to have black contacts and chains hanging from them and shit hanging from their lip and piercings all over their fucking face and putting horns on their head and shit like that. See, they knew what the fuck them hand gestures meant. They knew. I didn't know. A lot of us didn't know. A lot of us still don't know. You know what I'm saying? Till you start doing some research. A lot of people still think it's special entity, a special man that's in the sky that's going to come down here and save everyone. There's people that still believe that shit. And it's nothing you can do to deter them from not believing it. They'll tell you this don't make sense. That don't make sense. Man, that don't make sense. Man, come on, man. Be logical, be reasonable. They'll tell you shit like that and then tell you God is good and all of that type of shit. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Let go and let God and all that shit. This is what they'll tell you after they start talking. And then if I say something like, all right, you can believe in whatever you believe in, but it's nothing, you can't prove it in court. Any of those people, even the judge, place your right hand on the Bible, you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, right? They claim to believe in any of that shit, but once you start mentioning it, it works against you after that point. They don't want to hear nothing about religion and God and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's good. You're going to church. We'll take this 15 years and, hopefully, you do something better with yourself after you get out of jail. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They even know there's no way that you can prove any of that shit existed in a court of law. What determines a person's innocence or guilt? Proof. Anything that's religious, anybody that's religious, they wouldn't be able to prove none of that shit in court. You see what I'm saying? But them same individuals will want to talk to you about irrational thinking and what don't make sense. Really? Really? So it makes sense to believe in something that you can't see, give it your all, dedicate your life to something that you can't see, that say it's jealous of you, it made you, but you can make it jealous. And all it had to do was make everything perfect because it's the ubiquitous one. It could have made it because it can do all things. It can move mountains and shit, see? It can do all things, but chose to make shit fucked up. But nobody asks why, though, do they? Nah. Praise the Lord at the end of the day. Like Dr. Phil, I'm out, man.